Down at the park, it's time to turn on the lights, because the Danbury Westerners are playing tonight. They'll be swinging their bats and they'll be hitting home runs. It's a night of excitement and family fun.
Welcome, sports fans, to another edition of Westerners Roundup.
Rogers Park. It's a beautiful field out there, all ready for a little New England collegiate baseball, and we're here with Tom Zangler, product of what's that? Zangle, Tom Zangle, my bad. And you play baseball for University of North Carolina?
Yep.
How does Division I baseball compare to what you're doing out here during the summer league here in New England Collegiate Baseball League?
I mean, it's definitely pretty similar. Most of the guys that we play against every day are from Division I schools. I guess maybe in conference you might see a little better pitching because a lot of those guys will get drafted, but for the most part it's basically the same thing.
How many guys out here can bat from the left side of the plate as well as the right side, or is that a lost art in baseball now?
I don't think we have any switch hitters. There's a couple on a couple other teams, but there's really not as many as there used to be. There used to be a lot, I know, like 20 years ago, but I mean, you see fewer and fewer. I mean, Chipper Jones comes to mind, but that's about it.
All right, now listen, have there been any bench-clearing brawls here in the New England Collegiate Baseball League? Is that something that happens regularly or not really? It's kind of family entertainment. You tell us.
It doesn't really happen regularly. We had a bench clearing, but we didn't have a brawl. Kind of both teams were just on the field, and then they walked back to the dugout, so that was about as close as we got.
When you really think about it, baseball fights really are kind of just sort of a rugby sort of scrum. Everyone mulls around and just yaps at each other pretty much.
I mean, I've never really been a part of one, but from what it looks like on TV, that's basically what happens. I mean, usually there's just yelling. There's really not any actual fighting involved. But.
Well, what are your aspirations? What do you see in the future for your baseball career? What are you going to see in the big leagues? Are you going to, become a recluse in Double-A and never heard from again? What are your plans?
Well, I hope to have 2 more good years at Carolina and then see what happens from there.
Last question. What do they think down south of baseball players? Are you guys really held as like kind of modern day gods down there? Is that what happens?
To be honest, at Carolina, we're really like everybody's second fiddle to the basketball team. So, I mean, they're held when you see a basketball player walking on campus, you're like, oh, look, it's Kendall Marshall, Harrison Barnes, and you see a baseball player, but it's like, oh, that kid must be on the baseball team.
So they don't really care. I mean, when you walk where Michael Jordan treaded, you guys are pretty much second, third fiddle.
Yeah, definitely.
Where are you from originally?
New Jersey.
All right, now, did you ever know that you were a Yankee before you moved down to North Carolina and they said you're a Yankee?
Well, no, I didn't even know that because I'm not a Yankee fan, so I figured I couldn't be a Yankee, but been called a Yankee almost every day for the last 2 years. So
you don't really realize that whole Civil War thing, they're still fighting it. They said, surrender hell, we're occupied territory.
I know. I mean, we even won the war, and they're still mad at us.
I know, you can't. I mean, we're like so over that war, but they're still fighting it. Last question. Girls down in North Carolina, do they warm to a guy from New Jersey who plays baseball, or what are they looking for?
I mean, they're just looking for a nice guy, I guess. I mean, you got to kind of have that Southern personality. Can't be like one of those New Jersey beach guys.
Yeah, you can't do that. Listen, thank you so much for talking to us, and good luck, and hope you guys win. All right, we're here with Matt Bolter. The Danbury Westerners are getting ready to play yet another game. You recently had a 4-game winning streak, but you dropped the last game. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe it was 5 games, actually, but yeah, we lost last night.
Listen, Matt, we're not quite as organized as you might like, but yes, you had a 5-game winning streak going. You lost last game. As you play baseball, is it one of your goals in any given game to not be the GOAT? Try to avoid that?
I mean, yeah, I don't really think about it that way. I just go out and try to help the team.
Hold on 1 second, Matt. My cell phone's ringing. I'm going to have to take a message. Never mind. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, Mookie Wilson, right? You know, when he was playing the Mets and they lost to, I'm not dating myself. You know who Mookie Wilson is, don't you?
I have no idea.
Okay, you know the New York Mets, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if I say Billy Buckner, what comes to mind?
error between the legs.
Okay, I have a funny joke. You know Michael Jackson? So what do Michael Jackson and Billy Buckner have in common?
What?
They both wear a glove on one hand for no apparent reason. Pretty good joke, huh?
Not bad.
All right, thanks. Let's get back to you. Enough about me. All right, you go to this school. So what's the name of the school again?
Southern New Hampshire University.
All right, so now how does the competition in your college game compared to what you face out here?
It's very similar. My league is a wood bat league at school, so I'm used to the wood bat league. And competition, you could say, is pretty much equal. I think the teams are more evenly better in this league than in my league, but it's still very similar.
Why do they call third base the hot corner?
Because you get very limited time to react to balls.
All right, you ever been hit with a line drive, like in the head, the throat, anything like that?
No, I always get my glove up there in time.
What are your other favorite sports you play?
In high school, I played football and basketball, and those were my...
You didn't play goalie in hockey, anything like that?
No, I did not.
Listen, thanks a lot. Appreciate you taking a few times to, share some words with us. And this, by the way, is great family entertainment you have out here. I don't even know how much the tickets are, although this is non-commercial television, so we won't talk about that. But I'm telling you, it's great entertainment for the whole family, and you get to see young men like this playing hard. Thanks again for your time.
Thank you.
And we are here with the pride of the Show Me State, Missouri. Jake Ivory, you play catcher for the Danbury Westerners. Does it ever get hot back there with all that equipment on?
Yeah, it definitely gets hot back there, especially this summer. We've had some mid-90s days, so it gets real hot.
What's the plan? I mean, do you just stay hydrated? Do you drink a bottle of Gatorade an inning? Can you tell when you're being overcome with heat exhaustion, or how do you stay cool?
Yeah, you got to get real hydrated before the game starts, the day before actually, because when you get out there, you sweat in that gear. And once you lose it, you can't get it back during the game. So there's always cold towels in the dugout in between innings, and just hope that your body hangs in there.
All right, now, you're kind of in close personal contact with the umpire, the behind-the-plate umpire. Do you get to know them? Do you ask them how's the wife and kids? Do you work them a little bit in effort to, ingratiate yourself to them and get, better balls and strike called for your pitcher?
Yeah, definitely. Making friends with the umpire is a big part of the game. And if you do it well, you can get things your way, especially when you're hitting, because they know you as the catcher and you've been sweet talking them the whole game, so they'll be nice to you when you're hitting. So yeah, it's definitely a good part of the game to get along with the umpires.
Now, when the players come up, I mean, if you know anything about them or anything, do you ever I don't know, like if some guy got arrested for DUI, do you bring it up before they bat or anything like that, or is that considered not the way to go?
I mean, you got to be smart with what you say, because you don't want to start anything, but I usually joke around with the people I know, if I know them, but if I don't know them, I just kind of keep it to myself. You don't need to be doing that.
Okay, now, speaking psychologically, how do you handle some of these pitchers? I mean, are some of them, you can hit them with a 2x4 and they don't care? Other, if you say the smallest thing, they fall apart. How do you handle the pitchers? Because that's a big job, big part of the catcher's job.
Yeah, definitely. Handling the pitchers is the biggest part. And everybody's different. Some guys you can smack in the face and get in their face and tell them to just suck it up and start throwing. And other guys, you got to baby them a little bit, or else you'll hurt their feelings. So you got to get to know your pitchers and work from there.
Are you married? Do you have children?
No, but I'm working on it.
Really?
I'm not working on it.
All right. Well, this is going to go to a vast audience, so we'll get you your number. Yeah, just Google the young man and you'll be able to find him. But but I bring that up because kids are the same way. If you have kids, I'm telling you, they're wired from the factory different. And one, you can spank them and they don't care, and the other, if you just look at them, they just fall apart. A little like pitchers.
Oh, definitely. It sounds like it.
All right, now, you're batting .321. That's a pretty good batting average. Do you look to come into the game in a clutch situation where the chips are down, 2 outs, man on second, you've got to get them home or you lose, or would you really sort of shy away from that?
No, that's a situation everybody wants to be in. And when you succeed in that situation, it's the greatest feeling in the world. When you don't, it's the worst feeling in the world. But I don't know a baseball player who doesn't want to be in that position. So
they want to be out there. They want to have the bat. They want to be the clutch guy.
Yep, exactly. Everybody wants to be the hero.
So what are your aspirations baseball-wise? Where do you see yourself? Are you looking to make a career of this? Is it something that you think you can go all the way, or what are your plans?
Yeah, definitely. I want to make a career of it if I can. I'm going to be a sophomore, and so I'm just working to to play at the college level right now, and then whatever happens after that happens.
Now, are there pro scouts that come out here and watch these games, or in your college games back in Missouri? Are there pro scouts, and do you know do they have like straw hats in the stands with speed guns and stuff like that? Do you know who's there? And is that a lot of pressure?
You get used to it. It's the same as when you were getting recruited for college. It's just a different level. But yeah, they're definitely there, and it doesn't really put that much more pressure on you because usually they're there watching other people, and if they see you and they like something, it's just lucky for you.
Did you get a baseball scholarship to go to school?
Yes, I did.
And when you got that letter in the mail, would you get a call? How'd you find it out? Did you say, whoa, I'm on my way, this could work out?
They just came and saw my games and kept talking to me, and then I decided to go there and sign the papers and gave them a call and let them know, and it was the greatest feeling.
University of Missouri at Columbia. All right, what was your batting average in high school?
I think I hit like 407, something like that, yeah.
All right, well, listen, thank you very much for taking the time. Wish you all the luck in the world. Danbury Westerners, come on down to rustic Rogers Park. Here it is, beautiful rustic Rogers Park. There are plenty of good seats available, and it's family entertainment for the whole family, and it's pretty reasonable. You've been down to Citi Field to see a Mets game?
No, I have not. I'm a Cardinals fan.
Cardinals, St. Louis Cardinals. They're pretty good, except you guys got rid of Pujols. Were you sad to see him go?
We're better off without him, I think.
Ouch, you heard it here. This could be replayed in Missouri. One thing, Pujols, after you traded him, he doesn't hit a home run for like 4 months. In your heart of hearts, were you kind of happy?
Yeah, it's a new curse. I'm telling you, it's a new curse.
St. Louis Cardinals, they're a good team. All right, thanks a lot for the time. Appreciate it. We're here with Danbury Westerner Josh Ake, originally from New Jersey. He's playing his college baseball at formerly at University of North Carolina, and now he just transferred to Howard University in Texas, not the one in Washington, D.C. Plays middle infield. What are your reflections on this summer league, the New England Collegiate Baseball League, and how it's going to further your career and help you out over the summer?
Oh, it's awesome here. We got a great group of guys out here, and when you're playing with the talent that we have, it just makes you better as an individual and as a player, so it's a lot of fun.
You guys really have, you put together a 5-game winning streak. I think you're in second place right now, definitely positioned going into whatever the championship round is. Is there a pretty good camaraderie? I know all you guys come from different colleges and everything, but is there a good team spirit on this team, and you think that's going to take you far?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think the one thing that helped us out with that 5-game win streak was that we got a group of guys that really fit well together. We can joke around in the dugout, we can play hard when we're out in the field, but when we're off the field, we can all hang out and have a good time, so it definitely helps out.
So now when you guys come, you think of like big time baseball, guys with chartered jets and stuff like that. Basically, you're coming here to Danbury for the summer. Where do you live? How do you, people talk about host family. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, we just stay with the host family. It's about 2-3 people in a house usually, so you're with somebody else on the team, and you just drive back and forth to the field, and then most of the time we're on the bus with the guys because we got long bus trips, so it's basically just like you're hanging out with your team the whole time, and it becomes kind of like a family thing.
And what year are you in college now? What are you going into?
I'm going to be a sophomore.
Going into your sophomore year. So is this your first year of summer ball like this?
Yes, it is.
All right. And you play the middle infield. How is your double play grouping here? How does that work?
It's awesome here. Our middle infielders are really good, all of them. We have, I think, 4 middle infielders, so we kind of all switch around in the infield, and each person's good at each position, so it works out well.
All right, now, people talk about the jump from high school baseball into Division I college baseball, and then into, AA, AAA, single A. What's the biggest jump? Is it a big learning curve from high school baseball? Are the pitching and everything, the speed and everything, so much more in Division I baseball? Or what's been the biggest jump for you?
Definitely high school to college has been the biggest jump for me so far. It's just a whole new level, and like when you're in high school, if you're going to a big Division I program, you're one of the best at your high school, and when you get there, everyone's just as good as you. So it's a whole new level.
Yeah, you dominated on your high school team. You were king of the hill, and you get there, and there's 28 other guys who are just as good.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is.
Well, we've asked the other guys, what are your aspirations with baseball? How far would you like to see this go? Are you in it just to ride it out as far as it can go till someone tells you, son, we don't got a uniform for you? Or what are your plans?
Definitely. I definitely want to try to make it a career. It's every kid's dream to play Major League Baseball, so I'm going to try to go as far as I can to try to make that happen.
All right, so you're playing down at Howard University in Texas. Do they got a lot of big league scouts down there that come around and snoop around? What's the greatest player that went through the Howard program?
I'm actually not really sure yet. I haven't actually gotten there, but from what I've been told, they have a lot of kids that either go pro or go back to high Division I program, so they're one of the best JUCOs in the country right now, so it should be.
Because it is interesting, like with, college football. Well, if you play at USC or you play at University of Texas, those are the big programs. They're the ones that get in the pro. Baseball, it's a little different. It isn't like they're these great baseball powerhouses. There's a lot of junior colleges out in California that are putting guys through the pros. Is that kind of the track you're on?
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking to, if I can, try to get drafted out of Howard, and we'll see how it goes from there. But baseball is the type of sport where you can go to a Division III program, and if you play really well there, you'll get drafted too. It doesn't matter, really, where you go.
All right, so some guy next year, you're a sophomore, you're studying whatever the heck you're studying at school, but they offer you a $40,000 signing bonus and a 2-year deal in minor league. You jumping just as quick as you can?
Probably right now, yes.
All right, Mom, if you're at home, your son, I don't know. I'm sensing he might not be finishing college if that pro contract comes along. Well, listen, thanks for taking the time and I appreciate it, and good luck today.
Thank you.
We're here with Andrew Gardner. Andrew plays his college baseball at Tulane University. Are there still effects of Hurricane Katrina down there that you see?
Yes, sir. I mean, we see it every day. There's parts of the city that are just kind of distraught and kind of still haven't rebuilt yet. But it's rebuilding and programs rebuilding, and city's really stronger than ever.
Now listen, you played your high school baseball in Texas. What's bigger in Texas, football or baseball?
I'd say football. Baseball is pretty good too, though. I mean, there's a lot of power pitching, and but definitely football.
Does Nolan Ryan have to ever pay for dinner when he goes out, or is he always taken care of?
Oh, Nolan Ryan, he's taken care of. All-time greatest pitcher probably. So he's pretty taken care of.
Do you remember that one fight? There was this guy that charged the mound, and Nolan Ryan was like in his last season, and he, I think it was Ventura, right? Put a couple knots in his head. What are your thoughts on that fight?
He kind of represented pretty good for the state. He's known as a tough guy, and he was old, and he just kind of took over and just kind of put a whooping on Ventura.
YouTube that, this bastard. YouTube Nolan Ryan fights Ventura. He's now the manager of the Chicago White Sox. But he came out, Nolan Ryan put him in a handshake. It made every true Texan's heart proud.
Right. You said it all. That's pretty much it. It made us pretty happy.
All right, now talk about a utility infielder. What I know about your baseball career, you not only play the outfield, but you can also bat and you also pitch. Is that about right?
Yes, sir. That's right. Any time you can help your team both ways on both sides. It's they really enjoy that, and I enjoy it too.
Well, now the last player that did that in the pros was Babe Ruth. He was a pitcher, also played a little infield, a little outfield, and he was a pretty good batter too.
Yeah, it's tough to do it nowadays, but you see all the time guys who don't make it for pitching, and they go back and hit, and some of them make it, like Rick Ankiel. So it's doable.
All right, we're here with Sean Smedley. Sean is originally from Phoenix, Arizona, but he knows nothing about Cruising Central. Now, apparently, Cruising Central, I haven't heard this song in a while, have you?
No.
I haven't heard it. It's a long song. They were probably playing this song the last time they cruised Central. All right, now you play catcher here.
Yep.
How have you found the team this year, and what do you think your prospects are going through the end of the season?
I think we played pretty well so far. We just had a 5-game win streak. We lost last night, but we're going to get back on it tonight, and we've been pitching better of late, so.
Now, when you deal with the pitchers, is it you got to be a bit of a psychologist? You got to give them a little carrot, give them a little stick. How do you deal with these pitchers so they don't get down on themselves if they've given up some hits and just kind of work them through the inning?
Well, every guy's different. Some guys need a little bit push, some guys need the comfort factor. But the guys here, they're all pretty good pitchers, and they know what they're doing. So when it comes down to it, you just got to tell them little adjustments here and there, and that's about it, and just tell them to go throw.
Now, when I'm watching baseball on TV, my daughter always asks, what are they talking about out on the mound? So you got a pitcher, he's in trouble. You're asking for the ball outside, he's throwing it inside. You feel like he's losing it. You trot out there. What do you talk about? What's going on out there?
Usually I just tell them to relax and just do what they normally do and throw strikes. Like, I mean, all these guys are good college pitchers, so they don't need to be. Sometimes we go out there and just make a joke, and that's about it, and then walk back. So
basically, now there's some pitchers that like, look, don't come out here. Leave me alone. I'm going to work through this. Are there others that say, hey, we got to calm this guy down?
It's usually just body language. You can see if a guy's tired or not. If he needs a break, like you just go out there for a second, talk for a minute, give him a little break to relax if the inning's long or something like that. But that's about it.
All right, the batters from the opposing team that they come up to the plate. Do you ever give them a little chatter? Ever give them a little zinger? You know, like you call that a haircut or anything like that?
Most of the time, no. No, we just play the game. You know, sometimes say what's up. You know, if they're from a cool school, I'm like, nice school, you know, stuff like that. But that's about it.
So, like, if they're from Alabama, you don't go roll tide or something like that. Just get in their head in any way at all?
No, I don't do that stuff.
But it has been done?
Yeah, it's been done. Yeah.
So now you go to Texas A&M International. How's the competition in that league compared to what you have out here?
It's pretty good. I mean, we're one of the top Division II conferences in the nation. We play St. Mary's and St. Edwards, who are both ranked in top 10 this year for Division II. And, I mean, of course, you get a little bit better pitching out here because you get guys from big-name schools. But, I mean, competition's pretty similar. Pretty similar.
Now, you play catcher. How's the competition for catcher? I know this team you were saying is carrying 3 catchers. Seems like it's pretty intense. There's only one catcher. You can have 7 or 8 pitchers. You can have 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 infielders, a good dozen outfielders. There's only one catcher. Does that make it harder to get ahead in this game?
It does to a point, but like I know on this team, all 3 of us catchers, we're all, you know, we all here for the same reason, to get better and play as a team and stuff like that. So it's not really a competition here. We're just here to get better. But like down at school, it's, you know, compete to get a spot, and that's about it. So.
Last question. Where do you hope to go with baseball? Where do you see your future? Are you hoping to make a career out of this?
I don't know how far I'm going to go in baseball after school. I'm planning. I already got a coaching offer at my school, so I'm probably going to be a student assistant coach, and I'm done there. And then hopefully move on from there coaching-wise. So.
Listen, thank you very much for taking the time. Good luck tonight.
All right.
And appreciate your time.
Yep.
Here with Zach Shanks, a proud member of the Marist College baseball team. Did Bill O'Reilly play baseball at Marist College?
No, but I believe he was a kicker for the football team. That's what I've heard. So
he was a tall guy. He went to Marist College. If you read any of his books. Now you play infield for the Danbury Westerners. What do you ascribe? What do you think the reason is for your 5-game winning streak and the way you've turned things around so far this summer?
We just all get along as a team, and I think we have good players, so it was just a matter of time before we put something together.
Now, have there been some heroics? I know number 6 hit a game-winning home run. What's going through your mind when he's up at the plate? Are you just, you know, praying? I mean, how does that all work out?
I mean, he's been great all summer long, so I almost expect it when he comes to the plate right now.
He's just clutch.
Yeah, he's just been there for us all year, so.
All right, now when you play at Marist College, what are some of the other teams you play for, and how does the talent level compare to what you have out here during the summer months?
Marist is a mid-major, so the competition is pretty good, but I would say this summer league's a little bit better.
So how do you actually get picked for the Danbury Westerners? You got to try out? Do you get a call? Do you know someone? How does this work?
Well, Jack Deering comes to a lot of our games, so he's got to see me and Mike and Brett play. So he kind of handpicked us himself and invited us here.
All right, so when you come out here, you don't really know anyone in Danbury. How does that work too? They put you with a host family. What if you don't like them? What if they say you gotta, you know, go to bed at 10 o'clock and you gotta, you know, eat radishes? Or how does that work?
Well, I got lucky this year. I'm staying with a family that I already knew, so it wasn't really that hard to get used to them or to get used to their house or anything. They've been great, so.
And then what do you guys do for fun during the summer? I mean, is there, you know, one particular watering hole you all go to? Or are you guys playing so much baseball, you're on the road so much on these buses traveling around that when you get home, you just, you know, grab a bowl of ice cream, watch SportsCenter, and go to bed? Or how does it work?
It's so packed, the schedule, so, I mean, there's not much time to do anything else other than baseball. But, I mean, we have a swimming pool at our house, so on off days I'll swim or something like that. But
now, do you guys get paid for this? Is there any money?
No.
Just doing it for the love of the sport.
That's right.
Do they let you keep the baseball hat?
I hope so. I don't think anyone wants mine back.
So you're the David Wells, I'm going to wear it every day and sweat through it the whole summer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Last question. Do you have anything like any like secret stuff you do before a game that brings you luck? Any anything like that you do? Like you never touch the out of bounds line. Don't talk to the pitcher if he's pitching a no hitter. That kind of stuff.
Well,
Superstition.
I mean, there's a bunch of superstitions that I have, but nothing really in particular.
Give me two. People want to know. What are your two superstitions?
Okay, well, first of all, I never step on the line, like you said.
Never can.
No.
It'll jinx you. Something bad will happen.
Once the game starts, it's okay, but before that, you can't step on the line. Let's see, another one. I always drink a cup of coffee before I come to the ballpark.
Always have a cup of coffee.
A little extra energy.
So if your pitcher's pitching a no-hitter, you don't go up to him and go, "Hey, Jeff, you got a no-hitter going 2 more innings and you got it."
Absolutely not. You can't do that. That's just a baseball rule.
Well, listen, good luck the rest of the year, and we really appreciate Danbury Western Baseball. I'm telling you, it's a great entertainment for the whole family. You get to see young guys like this come out and compete. Thanks again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
As we honor America with our national anthem performed this evening by Susan Lang.
Please sing with me.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You guys didn't have a Chinaman's chance.
For Vermont, the designated hitter, number 23, Rob Kelly, number 23.
You're out.
Hey, here we go, House.
Too late. Sure looked good to me. Yeah, I think so. Well, at least it's not so heavy that it can't bend over. All right, in the glove. Make him swing and miss. Ooh.
On all the way back. Don't give in here.
All right, focus.